guys, what's up? It's Alex. So for this week's video, it is going to be a story time video, which I have not done in literally so long. I think my last one was my paranormal experiences, which was not last Halloween, but the year before that. So it's been quite a while, and I love watching story time videos. So I decided to do another one for you guys, and I'll have my paranormal experience one listed down below in the description box. You guys can take a look at it if you want another one, if you believe in that sort of stuff. If you don't want to watch it, that's cool too. Whichever one you guys want to do. So about a month ago, actually though, I did post a winter haul / a giveaway, and I have to announce the winner. So the winner for my giveaway is Jasmine Nadia Smith. So congratulations. All you have to do is you to message me and give me like your email and everything like that. And if you're above 18, you don't have to get your parents' consent. But before you give me the address and stuff, if you're younger than 18, just make sure you got your parents okay. And I'll send the information to you straight away. So congratulations. And don't worry, there'll be plenty of more giveaways in the future for 2016. And if you guys want to stick around, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And if you like this storytime video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. So let's get on with the story because it's kind of like a long one, and I'm going to just get straight into it. So for New Year's Eve this year, we went, me, my mom, her boyfriend, and then his kids and my little sister, we went up to Philadelphia. So you guys don't know, it was in PA and stuff like that. For all the people that suck at geography like me. So we went up there, and we were supposed to stay New Year's Eve into New Year's Day, and then that Friday we would go up to my mom's boyfriend's parents' house for the weekend, and I would get home. We would leave Sunday. I think that was the plan. So we get up to Philly, and we were supposed to actually go mini golfing. And when we got there, it was this super sketchy place. And that's coming from me that grew up in Baltimore. I didn't grow up in the city, but I honestly grew up near the city. And I've been there countless of times for concerts and stuff like that, so I know how the city is. And this was even more sketchier than Baltimore City. If I was by myself, I would feel so uncomfortable and so scared, to no measure. So we get up there. My mom and my little sister is with me, and we arrived to the mini golf place, which wasn't, it didn't look anything like my expectation. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this. So there was a sign, and it said mini golf. So we were like, okay, it's somewhere around here. So we start looking around, and we don't see anything that resembles a mini golf course or anything like that. So we're like, okay. So we finally meet up with my mom's boyfriend and his kids, and we go to the building that the mini golf place is in, and it's locked. So we're like, well, this is great. So I look, and I'm like, did anybody actually check to make sure it's open? And he's like, yeah, I called, but no one picked up. So I'm like, okay, that's lovely. I'm like, well, and there was a door posted, a sign, and I'm like, okay, well, here's an email. Let me check the email. So I checked the email. It was a neon green page with black writing that said mini golf course. That pretty much summed up the entire page right there. So I'm like, well, this is just lovely. So we cancel mini golf, and we head up to where the fireworks were, because we were watching the fireworks there near this lake or something like that. I don't even remember where it was located. So we park, we get out, and we go to this long street. And we're starving at this point. It's around 5:30. We're starving. So we're looking for restaurants to eat. And so we walk in one direction, a few miles probably, and the only thing we see was a Dave & Buster's, this arcade game place, and a hibachi grill. I said, let's see a hibachi grill. My mom's boyfriend didn't want to eat there. He said he had enough of grilled stuff. So we're like, all right, let's walk in the other direction. So we walk in the other direction a few more miles. Keep in mind, it's 20 degrees. It's freezing. I'm shivering to death. And everyone's cold and tired and miserable and hungry. So we're all very cranky already. So we finally find this casino restaurant place, and we're like, awesome. So my mom's boyfriend asks the security guard. He says, yeah, there's family dining across around the building. So we walk around the building. There's a ton of people. They had fireworks 6 to 12, and we just decided to stay just for the 12 one. So we go around to the back, and we're trying to open the doors, and a lady looks at us and says, yeah, the doors are locked. You have to go to the front to get to the family restaurant. And we're like, okay. So we walk back around the restaurant to the front, and my mom's boyfriend was like, I'll go in by myself. There's no need for all of us to come in. So he goes in, and you just see hands flying, an angry an angry face, and I'm like, shit just got real. And I look at my mom's boyfriend's kids, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? Like, what do you think? And they're like, he's pissed. And I could tell he was pissed. And when he came out and he told us the story, he had every right to be, because I would have like blown my head apart. So what happened was, he came in, he said, we walked to the back, and the security guard said it was family dining back there, but the doors are locked. So we came back up here. Is there another way to get to the family dining? The man basically said no. He's like, yeah, we have the doors locked for like security reasons and stuff like that, which I can understand. It's a New Year's Eve. Like, people are going to get drunk as hell. Like, I get it. It's security. Like, I get it. So he said, okay, is there another way to get in there? And he says, no, there's only the back doors. And he was like, well, are kids allowed to eat at the restaurant? And he's like, yeah, kids are allowed to eat there. And he was like, but is there any other way to get to there? And he's like, no, you have to pass through the casino. And he was like, well, are kids allowed to pass the casino just to get to the restaurant? And the man was like, no. So he looked at the man, and he was like, let me get this right. Kids are allowed to eat at the restaurant. They're just not allowed to get to the restaurant. And the man pretty much said, yeah, that's exactly right. Okay. So he comes out and he tells us, and I look at him and I'm like, you're freaking kidding me. I'm like, what? Mind blown. Just mind blown. I get it. It's a casino. Everyone knows what a casino is. You can't get there unless you're 21. But to be allowed to eat there, you just can't get in. That pretty much sums up the whole dinner explanation. So we're like, all right, let's see what else is there. So we walk around and we see a pedestrian crosswalk. So we have to walk around this huge parking lot because we can't hop the fence. I wanted to just hop the fence, but apparently that's illegal. So we walk around this entire parking lot, around this fence, and there's this crosswalk, which isn't even a crosswalk because they have trolleys, like a trolley station, I guess, and the trolley station is blocking the crosswalk. So we almost got hit by a trolley twice, and all the restaurants over there are closed. Yay. So we go back again, almost got hit again, and we finally see this wine and bar kind of place. It's in a corner. It's so freaking sketchy. It reminded me of like some place in a movie, and you walk in and it's just like this biker bar or something like that, and everyone's just drunk and just looks at you and is just like, you're on my territory or something like that. Like that, like I could just see that scene playing out in this kind of place. Like I was terrified. So we're like, let's check it out. I'm like, great, we're gonna die. So we walk in, and it was nothing like I was expecting. It was actually probably one of the most beautiful restaurants I've ever seen in my life. They had this beautiful golden brown like architecture, like the floors were marble and like wood and stuff like that. It was honestly beautiful. The waitresses and like the hostess was so nice. We basically had the entire place to ourselves. The dessert and the food was really good. It was a magical time. So we're like, okay, let's go to Dave & Buster's before the clock strikes 12. See what I did there? So we went to Dave & Buster's. We had a lot of fun playing there. And we went to the little area. We got back to our cars for like 30 minutes just to like charge up our phones again, get warmed up. And then we walked back and we saw the fireworks, which were amazing. Really good fireworks. Probably one of the best I've ever seen, actually. And we go back to the cars and we drive to our hotel. Our hotel experience now. The entrance was blocked to start off with. We're like, what? So I'm trying to figure out how to explain to people that probably won't know what I'm talking about. Now, it's not like from America and stuff. They might not have it here where they're from. So anyone that lives in America, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's a little bar thing that like comes down. What I'm trying to say is like, when it's like the highway and stuff like that, they have like either like the red or green lights and stuff. And some of the tolls booths have like the little bar that goes down and it like stays down. Or like, I know what other places have it, but this hotel had it. And so it was down, and we couldn't go through unless we wanted to like be in a movie or something like that, and decide to just go like plow through it, which I was very tempted to do, just saying. So we're like, okay, let's turn around and let's figure out another way to get to this damn hotel, because obviously we can't go through this way. Until we realize it's a one-way. And that one way goes into the highway. So 15-20 minutes we're driving. We finally find a place that we can turn around. Finally. So we turn around, we drive back another 20 minutes. At this point, it's around 2 a.m. I want to say 2 a.m. We're tired. We're exhausted. We just want to get in the bed and sleep. That's all we want to do at this point. So we finally turn around. We finally park at the hotel that was next to this hotel. And me and my mom's boyfriend and his 2 kids walk up to this hotel. There was no front desk lady, which means we had to ring a button and wait in the cold, 10 degrees, for like at least 5 minutes. 2 a.m. What could you possibly be doing at 2 a.m.? I don't even know. She finally answers the door and lets us in. And my mom's boyfriend was like, well, you know the front entrance is locked. And she starts laughing. This lady starts laughing. I'm like, okay. Like, we can't be the only ones that, like, what? So we're like, okay, this lady is just not a very good, happy customer. So we walk back to the cars. We get my mom and my little sister, and we finally walk up to this place. And it's beautiful. It has a nice, beautiful marble kitchen, nice carpeted floors. It doesn't smell like smoke, surprisingly. Nice bathroom, nice countertops, nice beds, really comfy. It's a beautiful place. And so we spend the night, and we were supposed to see this parade in Philly. This one of the oldest parades, about like 100 years old or something like that. Like the Marble, something with an M, I think, parade. So I wake up. We were supposed to leave around like 7 because the parade starts at 9. We were supposed to leave at 8, so we were supposed to wake up around like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I was not a happy customer because I was only going to get like 4 hours of sleep. So I wake up around 7:30, and everyone's awake, and I see one of Greg's kids on the floor throwing up. That is what I woke up to. And I'm like, what the hell happened? And they're like, we're not going to the parade. Alex, his son has a stomach virus. Awesome. So I go back to sleep because I'm exhausted. Who am I kidding? And I go back to sleep, and I wake up around 8:30, and they're still talking about like if we can make it to the parade, like who should go. Obviously, Alex's dad was going to stay with him, and they were just going to go to his parents' place. And then my mom was going to take me, his other daughter, and my little sister, Samantha. And I look at them, and I'm like, you're crazy, right? I'm like, you want my mom, a single mother, with 3 girls. Only one of them is 19. The other one's like 13 and 9. To go to Philly by ourselves the day after New Year's Eve, where everyone's been drinking until like 6 a.m. in the morning. You're crazy, right? And they were like, we didn't think of that. I'm like, no duh. So we finally check out the hotel. Apparently why it was blocked was because they changed zip codes, and they couldn't have the entrance in one zip code and the hotel in another zip code. American laws, people. You gotta love them. So we finally get out of the hotel. We finally are driving to get breakfast. I'm hungry. I have not eaten since 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock that very last day. It's 10 o'clock now. I'm starving. We finally start driving. It's about an hour because we were going to his parents' place. So we finally go to the Waffle House, which, if you guys, again, are not from America, it's one of the America's breakfast places that we can go for breakfast. And so we get there, it's packed. I mean, like, packed, like a freaking, like, Justin Bieber's or One Direction concert or something like that. Packed. Like, there's no room to even breathe. So we finally squeeze in, and one of the hostess, I guess, was, hostess was, can I get your name for the wait? My mom asks a very reasonable question here in America: how long is the wait? The dreaded question. And he stutters. I don't know. Like, I have no idea how to tell you. And she's like, well, can you give us an approximate time? Again, not an unvalid answer. Everybody always asks this when it's crowded. Like, it's common here in America. It might not be common anywhere else around the world, but it's common here in America. So for you not to even give like an approximate time, I might understand like you don't want like to give the wrong time, but just an approximate time, like an hour, half an hour, 45 minutes, 3 hours, it's not uncommon. So he stutters, there's no way I can tell you, like I can't tell you, like it could be an hour, like I have no idea. As soon as he says this, we all turn to each other and we're like, okay, let's bounce. So we walk out and we drive another 15-20 minutes. It's around noon now. It's like 11:30. We're like dying. And I get so cranky when I'm hungry. So we walk into IHOP, another American breakfast place. And it's packed. Maybe not One Direction Justin Bieber packed. Maybe like, I don't even know. But it's packed again. Not as much as Waffle House, but still packed. We turn to each other. All right, let's go to that restaurant that's right across that IHOP. It's not open until 3 o'clock. We're like, oh, this is just wonderful. Mom's boyfriend's like, let's just go to my parents' house. And I look at him and I'm like, if I do not get food in my system in the next 5 minutes, I am going to literally like start screaming. Because I get so cranky when I do not eat. Like anybody can vouch for that. I'm like the crankiest person you will ever meet. Never meet me when I'm hungry. So we finally go to Chick-fil-A. Good old Chick-fil-A. I cannot get away from this place. So we finally get to Chick-fil-A and everything is smooth and sailing and fine. We eat, everything's all good and dandy. We drive to my boyfriend's parents' place and we live happily ever after. For that weekend anyway. I will never forget this New Year's. So, I hope you guys like this story time. If you want any more story time videos, please leave them in the comments below that you want to see. Or if you want to see any more, because my life is pretty dang interesting. I never have a dull moment. I love you guys to the moon and back. And I will see you again next week with a brand new video. Bye, guys.